I was asked last week if I could do a video on how to make a life shirt or SVG file, like a mom life or football life, soccer life, whatever. Um, you can substitute this word for soccer mom or soccer dad or whatever you want it to be. I'm using life today. Um, and this person wanted it cut in half so that they could change the two, make it two colors rather than only one. So I'm going to show you how to do that. I went ahead and typed out the word life in the impact font, and I shrunk the letters down to minus 18.23, I'm sorry, not the letters, but the letter spacing, to get the spaces so the word is scrunched closer together. But as you can see, this space is way bigger than what this one is. So if you just, in your text tool, take your cursor and click in between those and hold your Alt key on a Windows PC and use your arrows, you can move those closer together. Okay, that may be a little bit too close. So let's back that one up. And actually these are as well, I think. Okay, that looks pretty good. So once you've got that done, go to Path, Object to Path, and then Object Ungroup and Path Union. You can use the shortcut keys for those. Ungroup is here, but I wanted to show you where they were. So, okay, this football I've already typed out and turned into a path, and this font is Autumn and November. I've downloaded from Google some silhouette images. Just type in cheerleader silhouette or football silhouette, and find a good resolution picture image. I'll show you right quick. If I type in cheerleader silhouette and I hit enter, and if I go to tools right here, actually first let's go to images and then go to tools. You can choose the size here. Let's just choose large, and then you can find one that you want. Actually, I think the one that I did was medium. Here she is. So this is 736 by 836. That's big enough. And then click on that and then go to view image. So you're not just grabbing the thumbnail, you're grabbing the actual image. Right click, copy image, go back to Inkscape, right click and paste. You can, let me go ahead and delete that because I already have her. You can right click and save image as if you want to save it to your computer. Then when you click that, the box is going to come up, choose the destination, give it a name, and save it. Okay, so that's how you do that. All right, so I've done that for all four of these, and then I traced them so that they would be a path and not an image. I've already done that. I do have a video. It's actually number 1 in my Inkscape playlist. Actually, it's number 2 because number 1 is the introduction, but if you need to know how to do that. And I've changed them colors. Normally they'll come out black, but my letters are black. All right, so let's go ahead and place these where we want them. And for the sake of the video, I've kind of already done that. Now, when you do this, you want a little space where your image is and the outside of your text is, because if you don't, you may end up with a very thin line of, if you're using HTV, And not only that, if they're really big and you pack it full, you can't read what the word says. So I like to make mine, you know, smaller than what the word is. So, all right, that looks good. Now, if these are all paths, which they need to be, or this next step is not going to work, you can select all of those, not the text, just all of your images, and you can go to Path Union. It's going to change them all one color, but that's fine. And then hold your Shift key and select your text, which actually is a path. It's no longer text. But select both of those then and do path difference. So that's going to cut all of those images out, all right? Now, to cut this in half, take your Bezier pen and left click and hold your control key so it goes straight across, and left click again and hit enter. Or you can double click, okay? And then go to your selection arrow and hold the Shift key and select your text and go to Path Division. Now, as you can see, you have all these little bits in here. Don't worry about that. What you want to do is deselect everything. You can do that with this button here or just clicking off of the image somewhere. And left click up here at the top left and draw a line down just below that line. Now you probably can't see it, but I can. And once that's selected, as you can see, it says I have 10 objects selected, but really I should only have, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I have 10. Okay, and that's why you want to do this step. It's important. Otherwise, you're going to be missing your insides of your football and, you know, so on. All right, so once you have that selected, do Path Union. All right, and now I have one path. And go ahead and do that for the bottom part as well. Now it doesn't matter if you go way up here for the bottom because everything on the top is already union together. So you're not going to grab any little bits from the top and do Path Union. And now you have two sections that you can change to two different colors. And if I pull them apart, you can see there's no extra bits or pieces there. All right, so that's how you do that. And then you can add your football however you want it, wherever you want it. And normally, all the videos that I've made up until the last few, I would tell you to select everything and group it and then save it. But since we have Design Space 3 now, things come in really wonky if you do that, especially if you have grouped something and then grouped everything again. Because when you save something in Inkscape, it automatically groups everything. So if I were to group the word life and then group everything together and then save it, it's going to come into Design Space very wonky. So you don't want to do that. Just leave everything ungrouped and go to File, Save As, give it a destination, a name, save it as a plain SVG, and you can take this into Design Space and cut it. Or actually any cutting program, software that accepts SVG files. I know Cameo, Silhouette, Cameo, Designer Edition, I believe it is, lets you use SVG files. Okay, so I hope this helps and you enjoy this video. I can't wait to see what you make. Thanks for watching and join me in my next video.